Hey, everybody. So I have a different laptop and a different microphone. So I don't even know if you can hear me. So let's get through this first. I'm sorry, but I promise. I totally forgot I even had this other laptop. It literally was in a box. So can y'all hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Oh, it sounds really good. Unitopia. Does it sound better? Does it sound different than normal Unitopia? Um, I went back to listen to my live streams. Y'all, I was mortified. Oh, hey, Texas Country Lady. So, hey, everybody. Hey, Lauren Elizabeth. Let me go back. Unitopia. I saw Goose in here. Frisco Chicken. Hey, Donna. Wanted to try for a membership, Goose. Goose, I have a question for you. I think I said hi to a Lauren Elizabeth, Unitopia, Cheryl Elliott. Hey, Sherry from Canada. Hey, everybody. So it's better. Okay. So, y'all, I was telling my husband, I was like, the laptop is such a piece of crap. He's like, yeah. What about the other one? I'm like, what other one? Y'all, literally, I had one in a box. Totally forgot about it. My life is so much slower than it used to be out here. I forgot I bought one a couple years ago. A year ago? I don't even know. But I did buy a new microphone for the other laptop. So, anyways, I literally just set this one up. And of course, I already have an issue where it's not pulling up my like Dropbox what I want to show today, but I can through another way, but I don't know why whenever it shows it on Dropbox, but whenever I go to click on it, it just won't pull the document up. So, hey Goose. So when we were live last and I was clicking off, I saw someone put in the chat that if you have, hey Sandy, that if you have a business YouTube or something, that you cannot get gifted membership, get a gifted membership. Does that sound like something you have? If that applies to you. Hey, Lauren, thank you so much for becoming a new member. I'm still getting organized here. Oh my gosh, y'all have a mouse for the first time in a while, and it makes a big difference. So let's see.
Thank you so much, my mutton friend. Just remember that I would not be here if it weren't for y'all. And for that, I love you so dang much.
So thank you for becoming a member. I just looked to see if I could gift memberships today. I cannot, but by the time I go live again, hey SD, how are you? Goose, did you hear my question to you a second ago? Regarding, hey Mama Goose, regarding when I was clicking off last time, I saw that someone put in the chat that if you have a business YouTube, that you cannot get gifted, you cannot get a membership gifted to you. Oh, Unitopia, thank you so much. We're like determined to get Goose a membership. We are determined. I don't know which one to play for you. I'll play. What is this one? I forget what this one is.
Thank you for the love and the money. While we keep covering this dummy, it keeps this little channel growing, so we can keep this crazy going. From the bottom of our hearts, we love you so dang much.
So Texas Country Lady got it. Goose, I don't have a business YouTube. My gift receiving thing is on. What a bizarre situation. Because I think that I even got like a message from somebody, like it was in the comments, like afterwards, someone said, thank you so much for my gifted membership. So I don't know if they got it like after the fact. Have you like completely logged out of YouTube, like, and then re-signed in? Of course, don't do that if you're like me, like I did the other day, and did not have any of my passwords. I didn't know. It was such a disaster, but I was able to finally find everything because it wasn't on my iPhone. So yeah, don't click out of there if you don't know your If you don't know, you're signing for I guess your Google, right? Hey, Michelle, have you been trying to get, it's so bizarre, y'all. I don't know. I'll have to look into it, but we'll see. YouTube hates you. Yeah, it hates me too. Just two people in chat. I could do that if I did a members only live, Goose, but how are you going to get in there? We'll make it happen. So I leave town tomorrow morning and I'll be back Tuesday. And that's after the beginning of the month, right? Yeah, because no, is it? Let me look at a damn calendar here. Let me see. So Wednesday, once I go live next week after Wednesday, I'll be able to gift some more. You speak too much truth on YouTube that they're like, no memberships for you to Southern Mutton's channel. That's too important. That's way too special. I'm going to keep screwing around with this. For some reason, when I'm trying to open a file, let me see. In Dropbox, it's just not pulling it up. It's like it's hidden or something, and I can't find. It's because it's it's Microsoft, so I don't know if there's a setting that's like keeping it hidden. It looks like this folder is hidden from your. Why is there a folder hidden from my device, even though it's showing? Does anybody know anything about Microsoft? Oh, that's true. Goose, when it was just the two of you. Hey, Catherine, how are you doing? Good to see you. If I missed you and I haven't said hi to you, I'm like all over the place right now trying to figure this out because I wanted to go over a couple of things. Did everybody watch the video that I put out I don't even know how long ago I put it out now, talking about this new filing that Katie filed? And we'll catch up on that in a second. Let me go back to this. If anybody knows why my files are hidden, like I don't have that. Oh, hold on. Here's the Dropbox app. Oh my gosh, it's been a long time since I've been in here. It pulled up like whenever I was going over Michelle. Let me see. Files. It says I'm offline. How do I go online? This is wild. Let me see if it even pulls up the new stuff. Oh my gosh, it doesn't. This is like old. I'm just over here talking to myself. Let me see. It might not, though, because you could get a gifted membership without being here. Yeah, that's true. There's people, like I know I've gotten gifted memberships from people's channel that I never even chatted in their chat. And I'd got like an email that said, that I was a member. You want to know why Todd Chrisley hasn't refined his suit? Because KJ would 100% lose. Goose, I have total faith. I just feel it. Plus, I kind of heard something a while ago. That he absolutely, I have faith that he's absolutely going to. I think he's got a lot happening. He's got some bigger fish to fry with people that probably, kind of hurt him or whatnot, got him in the position where he was at. So I think he will. He might be watching this lawsuit with Katie Joy and seeing where it goes. And then, I don't know. Can you only do a gifted membership once a month? As a creator, I can give away 10 gifted memberships a month. But like I don't know if I can purchase them for people or not. I might try that in a bit and see if I can't just purchase some for y'all and see. You have a friend who's a systems analyst, big William and Mary Egghead, whose answers for computer is to pushing buttons till something happens, right? It's like unplug it, turn it, push off, put it back on, off, on, off, on. I don't know. there's obviously a setting, and it's I'm offline, I guess. And I don't know how to fix it. Open app. Let's see what happens when I do that. Well, it doesn't do anything, I guess, because the app's not. Well, the app is on here. Account. See, it's like upgrade. Don't you even try to get me to upgrade. I pay so much for Dropbox as it is. Install desktop app. Should we try that? Y'all, if I like boot myself, I'll come back some way, shape, or form. Install. Should I install it? Is that going to totally screw me up? If y'all can't hear me, tell me. Hey, Sunshine and Rain, how are you doing, my friend? You thought you had to be in the chat. You know what, Goose? I think what happens is, like, if it's given everybody in the chat a membership, then it will gift people that are outside of it. So it shouldn't be doing that. Hey, Lamb Chop, how you doing? Hey, 1019. I'm so sad I missed most. Oh, I just started. We haven't done. I've just been screwing around on my computer. Oh, look, thank you so much. Member for 1 month. I better use this before I lose it. Yeah, well, hopefully we'll keep them going. We'll keep gifting memberships. Like I said, I'll be able to gift whenever I go live again. I can gift more. I might just purchase some here in a little bit to see what happens. But thank you so much for being a member. So, oh my gosh, y'all, let me see if this did what it said it was going to do. Install Dropbox. Almost done. I don't know. I'm afraid if I keep doing that, I'm just going to like screw us all up. It's hidden from my device. I Googled it. Right. Of course, leave it up to me for last minute everything. Last minute everything. So I was just ended up. So yeah, I was like, you know what? I think that. So again, this is a different laptop. It's a different mic. Like I said, I went back and I listened to my other live streams. I was like, holy cow, how did anybody tolerate that? It's okay to be honest with me, y'all. Like, I was like, is it okay? People are like, I can hear you. Okay, you can hear me, but is it bad? So again, I put a video out. Katie Joy put a new filing out. I'm just going to try to share. Let me see if I can pull it up. I wanted to pull up the ones that I had in Dropbox because I have them all highlighted and stuff. So it makes it much easier for me to, let's see, let me sign in here real quick. It's better when I pull up mine because I have them highlighted so then I can show you and I can tell you, hey, look at this color. That's what this means. We get through it faster. I know, Lamb Chop. Elephants running in my house. I didn't realize. I mean, I knew it was bad, but I was like, and it seemed like it went off and on, didn't it? Like literally, y'all. I think that laptop I had I probably would have been better off with like a leapfrog or something. Is that what they're called? Okay. Let's see. What was I doing? I totally forgot I was doing. All right. Let me pull up the let me see, 7M. All right. All right, so what we're going to do is I'm going to, yeah, Goose, don't play the lottery anytime soon, right? It's obviously something, I don't know. I mean, it's just like I tell people, like, who was it? There was a channel that I've been subbed to forever, and I was unsubbed from them. YouTube does that. They just, so, if you're not getting notifications from people, that you normally should get notifications to, go check your settings and make sure or go check the channel, make sure you're even sub to them, because sometimes it unsubs. Oh, look at all the love in the chat. Goosey, no. You're so wonderful and adorable. I agree with that. Sometimes luck isn't always on our side. It's something else. It has something to do with how you're signed in or something. We can Google that and look. I know I say I'm going to. I started to make a your own little, excitement thing.
It has not been filed in court. If you are a YouTuber and you are talking about this case, you did not get it from me. You got it from the cult.
I was going to make you your own goose one. It'll happen. But you know what, Goose? It wasn't meant to happen because I haven't made you your own little thing yet. That's what it is. Really? Unsubbed and they remove comments on this channel. See, I don't know. So weird. So weird. Okay, let me share my screen. Oh, this isn't going to do any good. Hold on a second. I got to pull the document up. Well, I don't know. Let's see what happens. Okay. You can see that? All right. Let me see. Yeah, my dogs are in here. My husband is around today. He had to go pick up a piece of equipment. And so he took one of the dogs with him, like his sidekick. And yeah, I know, Donna. I haven't really looked into it. I'll see. So if I see my husband pulling up, then I'll warn y'all that I might have to mute because dogs will go crazy. But if you hear one yawn or drink water or whatever, just ignore my dogs. Okay, let me see here. Great. All right. So here is, of course it's not. Hold on. Y'all, why did I decide to pull this laptop out and use it the day of? But of course, the other one was so bad. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, y'all, I am like, this one is so much better than my other. Of course, now I don't know where it went. There it is. Let me make this smaller so I can see y'all. Oh, holy hell. I can't do that. Well, shnikes. Hold on. It's not moving around for y'all, is it? Well, shit. Okay. Anyways, I'll focus on you guys. So the video that I did the other day, let's just go ahead and hop into that. But if, like I said, my husband is around today, but he had to drive, I guess it was probably like an hour away to pick up a piece of equipment. And I don't even know what time he left. So he might come back whenever I'm on live, but I'll just mute until he gets the dogs all settled. Anyways, okay. So the video that I did the other day, 7M filed this, Katie Joy filed this defendant's memorandum of law opposing plaintiff's motion to make complaint. So when we went live last time, remember we talked about how I was like, man, Katie Joy has not responded. Like she, I thought she was going to oppose it, whatever. Turns out that obviously they talked about it at the hearing and she had, more time than what we thought. And so it was filed. Because she really, I mean, if she's just going to file a special motion to dismiss, which sound, she's even said in here that she's going to, then she didn't really have to. But I didn't think she was going to, but she did. So she filed this, and it's y'all. You're not that late. Hey, Susie, you're not that late. I've been trying to work around some things with this computer. And so I just now pulled up the document and stuff, and we're just kind of chatting about nothing. I know Unitopia indictment. See, this is coming from the website instead of where I have it all highlighted. So you can't see my highlights, but see here, this is the one before it, this is before. Can y'all see me highlighting it? You can't see my marker, can you? Damn it. This is the one before the amended one. So yeah, I'm just starting. I really haven't even said anything. Yeah, you can't see my mark. You can't see my cursor, can you? I gotta do better. But there's really not too much to talk about. Susie Fly says, hi, everyone. So, y'all, I got to figure out why my files are hidden from this. I wonder if I go in through my phone onto Dropbox and try to change the settings. I might try that real quick. Because if you can't really see it, but I mean, it's really not huge important. We can just talk about it, right? And I can just explain everything and that'll be just as good. But I know some people are visual and they want to see everything. Let me just go into my account real quick in Dropbox and see if I can't. Oh, you know what it is? I bet you I only have so many devices that I can have attached, and so it doesn't show, maybe. Because some of these are showing that I haven't used them in over 2 years. Hey, Dash X, how are you? What did you think about this new filing, Dash? Okay, hold on. I'm going to take off some of these other devices and see. What the hell's Penguin? See if that works. And if not, then I'll just hop on into it. All right, let me go back and see. Nope, still hidden. I know there's a way to do it. I just don't want to keep just blabbing my mouth doing nothing. All right. Okay. So she filed this motion. Hold on, let me pull it up to where I can read it. All right, I'm gonna put it back up here. So on the 20th, Katie Joy filed this her memorandum of law opposing 7M's motion to amend complaint, right? And how this was even filed this way blows my mind, y'all. Okay, so I wasn't sure why she hadn't filed it, but clearly at the last hearing, the judge said, okay, you have so many days before the next hearing to file. And she filed it like exactly a week ago today, right? Is that right? It didn't show until later, but she filed exactly 2 weeks before the hearing. And yeah, her chaotic lawyer didn't double check. So she filed this, and what I was saying in the last live and on the video I put out, not this latest one, but the other one is saying, okay, She's obviously going to say something about the statute of limitations with all these new statements that came in, right? In this amended complaint, because now there's 212 statements versus the original 84, 85, whatever it was. And so she filed it, right? And if you look down 1, 2, 3, down the fourth, say, I'm just going to read it. Defendants Captain Mansky Paulson, and without a crystal ball, respectfully oppose plaintiff's motion to amend the complaint. Katie stands by her reporting. She reported on matters of extraordinary public concern, alleged cult activity, financial exploitation, and sexual abuse by plaintiff Robert Shin. And the federal indictment of Shin has vindicated that reporting. Yes, Liam Chop, I was going to talk about that too. So she basically says in here that Robert Shin has been indicted, and therefore Katie Joy's been vindicated. Big fucking problem, y'all. He's not been indicted. And if y'all watched my video, y'all saw this, and y'all know that there's been an amended one filed. And it was, I did a search. Let me do it again. Let me go do a search. I can give y'all the right number on my phone. I'm going to do a search on my files on that document. Let me see. No, that's not it. I did a search on how many times that this document itself had the word indictment in it. Why can't I find? There it is. All right, let me do a search. Indictment. 11 times. It was on there 11 times. So then the next day on Saturday, they file, and we'll look at what was filed on Saturday. So Lamb Chop is saying, KJ's being so reckless with her Duggar content right now. It's beyond scary the way she's outing the poor victims. I know it's terrible. It's terrible. We'll touch base on that in a little bit because I'm horrified, and I really don't even I don't even want to talk about it, but to the extent it's awful. It's terrible. I don't know if she did it on purpose. I'm torn. Okay. There are people, and Goose made a very good point in the comments. Goose is like, look, this is filed. Okay. This has been filed. Granted, it has an error in it. It was filed. And now there's an amended one that has been filed. And, oh, no, Lamb Chop, it's okay to bring it up. I was going to bring it up. It gets me so angry. No, it's okay to bring it up. Because we do need to talk about it because she is being very reckless. So we'll hop through this first. It is astonishing to me too, Liam Chop. She's learned absolutely nothing. And there's something I wanted to share with y'all too about that. So let's get through this quick and then we'll talk about that because that is on the table right now. I wanted to just show some of the things here. I'm not going to be able to show what I wanted to. Hey, Ruth Carroll, how are you doing? But yeah, so in here on the fourth, where you could see where it says on the fourth line that she was vindicated. Again, this is the this is one before they amended it. And she's basically saying that she's been vindicated because of his federal indictment. And I just did a search on it, and the word indictment is in this document 11 times. So on Saturday, Jennifer Moore is panicking, and she files correspondence with the court saying, oh my God, this, big apologies, but we weren't supposed to say indictment. It's supposed to say investigation. So, but y'all, even an investigation does not vindicate her. An investigation doesn't vindicate her. I mean, what does that prove? There's nothing to prove that what he's being accused of has happened. He has not been arrested. He has not been charged, right? Yes, Dash 6, there are people talking about her in other communities, and it is glorious. She's pissing a lot of people off, but she's also gained like 7,000 followers, I think, since what's his name was arrested. Isn't that awful? Her videos are getting hella views. So she's banking off of it. Yeah, Dash X. I don't think this judge, some judges are, you know, different than others, and some of them this would really piss them off. I mean, piss them off. They wouldn't be keen to this, right? Like, get your shit together. But we have to keep in mind too, this isn't the first one that the first time that Jennifer Moore has had to amend something due to an error. She's absolutely a tragedy pimp, Unitopia. I agree with you. It's my opinion too. Great for your diet. Yeah, right? She definitely makes us not, oh, she does. She makes me lose my appetite. It's awful. Yeah. She is a trauma vulture. That's a term too that Charlotte always uses for her too. Always has. Oh, thank you. That's right. Where's bro Charlotte Luke? Working or something? What are these people doing? I went shopping the other day with my mom. I met her and we did the day, and there's all these people. And I looked at my mom, I was like, nobody work anymore? Like, nobody works. And she just looked at me like, we're both here. I was like, oh, yeah, I guess that's a good point. We are having a good Friday, Bo Roundtree. How are you? How's your Friday? So, all right. So she filed this. It was 54 pages total, but the majority of it was, you know, it's all in the video. So if you didn't see the video, go back and watch the video. There's no reason for me to rehash it, okay? One thing I did not go over was her handy dandy charts here, which actually I give her credit. Jennifer Moore signed this, as you can see. That is my biggest thing. Like, why did she sign this? And so what we were just saying is Goose made a comment like, look, it's filed. And she can say it was filed, even though it's amended. So was it a trap by Katie Joy? Nonetheless, whether Katie Joy did it, was hoping Jennifer Moore wouldn't see it. You know, let's say Katie Joy drafted this and say she had somebody else help her draft it, whatever it may be. Jennifer Moore should have seen this. The attorneys I worked for never, ever, especially in the first paragraph, like they might have trusted that you're going to do your due diligence. Like if I was like going over a document or drafting one or even editing one, they're still going to go over my work, right? Unless I'm an attorney, like an associate attorney or something. And the attorney I worked for, this never would have happened. Never. When you're talking about the first 4 sentences and you've already said Robert Shin is indicted, therefore Katie Joy has been vindicated, and he has not been indicted, it is unreal. So whoever she had helping her with, this is just my theory, y'all. So don't quote me on anything. That she spoke with somebody that has some experience in defamation and then also anti-SLAPP, right? Because what she's saying is, and we went over this in the video as well, the anti-SLAPP law was introduced into Minnesota in May of 2024. Katie Joy is convinced that that anti-SLAPP would clear her, right? That she would, file a motion to dismiss, say, anti-SLAPP clears me, and she thinks that she would be. I don't see that. We talked about that in the video. Again, no need for me to rehash it here. Whoever's helping her clearly has knowledge. They laid it out in this charts, okay, where they broke it down to why 7M's motion to amend should not apply, okay? Why it shouldn't be granted. And she had good points. Are they strong enough to argue? I don't know. We'll have to see. But one of the points is, okay, so if you look at table A here, and I just wanted to give some examples of some stuff, but again, I can't pull them up because I can't get into my Dropbox. So maybe I can do a video on it. But again, I'm going out of town tomorrow. I'll be back beginning of next week. We can always chat at another time, but I think it's kind of important. Her trying to argue anti-SLAPP would be a slog, and they wouldn't have the capabilities to argue it. But see, right. Here's the thing, though, y'all. What gets me is this is such a unique situation, not only to this court, but to Minnesota. This is the first case in Minnesota where there's like litigation in effect where it's been going on for 4 years for defamation. Okay. And so the statute of limitations in Minnesota is 2 years for defamation. So that statute of limitations applies to this. Now, that might have happened in a lawsuit before, but the anti-SLAPP law came into effect during this lawsuit. So when people keep asking, and this is one thing I want to clarify, a lot of people are saying, well, it shouldn't apply. Like, she was being sued, so anything, they should, anti-SLAPP shouldn't apply. The statute of limitations shouldn't apply, but it does, okay? Because I guess the only way that the best way to kind of say it, now this isn't really technical, but is that when they filed this, motion to amend the complaint, and they put in their amended complaint, right, which is 212 statements total. Some have been changed, some have been added. Okay, so that's the big thing here. I just want to clarify this. Some statements were added and some were like, what's the word that she said that the judge used? Yeah, they were expanded upon, right? So, hey, Snoopy Jones, how are you? It's okay to be late. We're just kind of going over some stuff that I went over in the video. Anyways, I just want to kind of clarify some stuff. But this being the only case right now in Minnesota where it's been going on for 4 years. So the statute of limitations does apply for 2 years. When they tried to when they filed a motion to amend where they're showing this amended complaint of 212 statements. I'm sure they've been in the situation where the statute of limitations has applied. And that's kind of at the judge's discretion, whether or not she will say that it refers back or whatnot, if she's going to allow those statements in. But as far as the anti-SLAPP, there's not another case where a defamation case has been going on for 4 years. And this anti-SLAPP law was brought in midway through. And now that 7M has filed this motion to amend the complaint, and it's added these statements, and it's clarified some of the statements, and went in and kind of edited some of the statements. It's, in some ways, I know this isn't technical, it's like they're suing her again, right? It's like it's a new complaint. If this judge grants it, then that becomes the bones to this. That trumps the last one, and then that one comes into play. So then Katie Joy has to answer again like she did the first one. She has the right to file a motion to dismiss, okay? But because this anti-SLAPP was introduced in the meantime, is it cracking? Can you hear me better now? Can you hear me? Okay, I'll ignore you. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to ignore you. No, I appreciate all the feedback because, like I said, I've got like this ridiculous stuff. I'm better today. I got new stuff. But so now that this anti-SLAPP comes into play with this quote unquote new lawsuit, it's not new. It's kind of like they're suing her again, right? They're going back and adding statements that Katie Joy said. And of course, she needs to have all of this just thrown out, because before she was just going to go to trial with so many statements, and they were all before she got sued. This all happened in early of happened before April 6th. I think it went up to April 6th of 2022. And oh, Dash, I need to go back and look what your comment was. So her statements that were going to go to trial were only the statements up till, April of 2022. Some other stuff had been admitted in, etc. But all the damning stuff, like where she's calling him a serial rapist, where she's, saying that he absolutely 100% is a sex trafficker, that he 100%, all these things, right? We all know what they are. If you've been following, you know. Okay, the static doesn't last long. I wonder why. Living out in the boonies, y'all, it could just be my Wi-Fi to where it cuts in and out. Okay, let me go back. Dash, did you make comments in here? Or are they talking about on a post? Let me go back. I don't think. Maybe a couple things. If more argues, it will. But her reputation demonstration here being sloppy and lazy, I don't know. Hold on. So she has this argument. Yeah. So this whole anti-SLAPP, I don't think that she would be, that would be granted. I don't think that would solve this. An anti-SLAPP is to prevent frivolous lawsuits from people, public figures, whatever, that are trying to silence people. I've been commenting here. I'm sorry, I'm missing your comments. I'm off and on the screen. Tried out to silence people. But one of the things Katie's been arguing this whole time is, he's just trying to silence me. He's trying to silence me. Well, this judge didn't seem to agree with that. So, but it does give Katie Joy an upper hand in the sense, a plug might have been loose. Probably. I wouldn't doubt it. I'm scattered. I'm clear as day now. Yeah, I don't know. So weird. So with this anti-SLAPP, she thinks that it would exonerate her, right? Like, no, okay. And then this whole new complaint that came in after the anti-SLAPP, all of this would be erased. Doesn't mean that the whole lawsuit would go away. What it means is that this new amended complaint would not be allowed in, and all these damning statements. So in the first summary judgment, the judge dismissed 13 statements because she could not access them, because the links were bad, the links didn't work, whatever it may be. And the judge said, I can't make a decision on this because I just see your summary of it. I can't access it. I can't make a determination, basically. So those were dismissed. Not because, they showed relevance or, anything along those lines, no, it's because it couldn't be accessed. That was 13 statements. Then she asked the judge, hey, ask the court, petition the court to do to reconsider the summary judgment ruling. And the judge said yes. So Katie filed a motion to reconsider. And when she did so, the judge came back and said, okay, there are 33 statements, that I can see, right? Could or could not survive summary judgment, so they could be clarified. And therefore, I'm going to allow 7M to amend if they choose to, so they can clarify these 33 statements. Oh, her professional background is shit, Dash X. That we're talking about Katie Joy's attorney, Jennifer Moore. Horrid reputation. And she's a family law attorney. She only, that's what she has experience in. If you look her up and if you look at the firms, you look at her history and her background, she's family law. It sounds like I've got a dragonfly. Hey, y'all. Hold on, I'm going to mute real quick and I'm going to move something. All right. I doubt that's going to do anything. So that was the first 13 statements that were dismissed. Katie's big argument in this is they shouldn't have the right to go back and re-add these 13 statements because they were dismissed. And I think 7M's argument is going to be, well, you had a motion to reconsider. Those 13 statements were not reconsidered. So now we're gonna put them in this amended complaint because and I had screenshots, y'all, and I can't show you because I can't pull up my Dropbox on here. You know, they shouldn't be allowed to be changed because they were dismissed. And 7M's probably his argument is going to be, yeah, they were dismissed because there wasn't access to them. But now, since we made the amendment, we amended that, right? So there's those 13 statements Katie Joy focused on. And look, whoever helped her with this, it was a lot better. I'm thinking that she talked to somebody that has more experience, got their take on it. She probably paid somebody to review the documents, see what her case is, and then she might have done this herself. Okay. I don't know. That I can't say, I can't speak to. And again, that's just my theory that she talked to somebody else. This is not Jennifer Moore's work, in my opinion. And maybe they had some really good attorney do this, and Jennifer thought, oh, I don't need to review it. And she submitted something that could be very hurtful to her. Yeah, family law, Catherine. So you can see in this filing how much different it is. And these tables that they put together, like it's all color coded, as you can see here. So Katie goes down and she says, okay, these are the 13 statements that were original. Okay, so if you look at this the first column, so it gives you the statement number, the date. The first column is from the first complaint, right? Which was the first amended complaint because they amended it to add James and Miranda 2 days later. Thank you, Lamb Chop. Everybody hit that like button if you don't mind. And so then on the second one, they said, okay, here's the difference. And the second one, our main argument is they shouldn't even be able to go in and change them and re-add them. Okay. They shouldn't even be able to amend that. I mean, to go clean that up. And so then they put all their why it shouldn't be allowed. Okay. Due to, it's nothing damning, right? This is not defamatory. So they did those 13 statements. Then the 33 statements from the summary judgment, Kate Joy's motion to reconsider summary judgment, in that order, there was 33 statements. So you can go back and you can, amend the complaint. And it's okay, Ozzy boy, how you doing? Oh, Lamb Chop, you're welcome. I hope I'm making sense. And I'm only looking at the chat every so often. So if you do have a question for me and I overlook it, just retype it in all caps, and that should catch my attention. So these 33 statements, she's saying, okay, they amended them. Well, they went in and what is the word I'm looking for, y'all? They went back and changed them. They went back and cleaned them up. What is the word I'm looking for? What is the word? But these are all the ones that she put. Look how clean and clear this is. Jennifer Moore made the biggest mess of, just my opinion, of when she was trying to lay everything out and put it in forms like this, like whenever she was trying to put it in tables or graphs or whatever she was doing. I mean, look at this. They have it color coded for Katie's argument. So these are Katie's arguments up here that are color coded as to why it doesn't apply, why this particular statement doesn't apply. Susie Flies amended, doctored. Those all work. There's a word that the judge used specifically. Rectified, yeah. We'll go with rectify is a good one. I cannot think of what the judge said. Oh, I think it even says right here. From first amendment complaint, paragraph 26. But anyway, so she's saying that these 33 statements and these 13 statements above, the statute of limitations applies, that they shouldn't be able to go back and add new ones, okay, at all. And anything before February of 2024. But most of the stuff she said that was bad was after that. So anyways, they did this graft. And tables, and they just did, it's a really good job, y'all. I mean, I give her credit on this. It's very clear, concise. So these 33 statements, she's saying no, like, and she cleans them up and goes why they're not defamatory. And this is her argument. Okay, this is Katie Joy's argument why the amended complaint should be denied, etc. Then it gets into one of the things I was going to show was, like, for instance, statement 21. We got to go back up to the first 13. Okay, so this statement right here, 21. The original one says 7M is a cult, and the cult is that they are preying on Black dancers, exploiting them, and convincing people don't like them for being Black. Then it says in the second one, it's not about race, it's about a cult. Then now they're quoting the exact quote that Katie said. It's not about race, it's about a cult. The worst part of this cult is that they are preying on Black dancers, exploiting them, and then making them believe that everyone is mad at them because they are Black. On the contrary, everyone loves the Black dancers and wants the cult to stop harming them. Hashtag facts. Hashtag 7M. Okay, so see these hashtags here under 21, hashtag facts, hashtag 7M. They didn't have that in the original one. So the judge might consider that referring back and allow that in, if that makes sense. Because they're saying, well, you cannot go back and add these statements, and, you know, and refer back only allows you to do so much. It's the same post. Now, when they added statements, a lot of them that they added were things that Katie Joy put in her stories, right? And so they were related to a post that she had made that 7M included in this, but they didn't, for whatever reason, know about or see or include her Instagram stories on the same day as that post. So I think the judge will think a lot of these relate back. But they're saying also here is like, it's outside the statute of limitations. They should not, new stuff should not be allowed in, blah, blah, blah. Modified. Well, yeah, modified. That's still not the word. It starts with an S. You know, my brain. Specify. Yes. Go back and specify. Because see here, like on the first one, we'll go back to 21. Let's go to a shorter one. Let's see. Like number 12. This is the first one in the summary judgment that the judge booted and said, yeah, okay. But it was because they couldn't link it. She couldn't access it, but it says, Katie Joy admits to contacting the LA Clippers to get them to cancel their contract with 7M and their clients. See how broad that is? Quite vague. So they went back in and specified everything. And you can see column 1 is the original one, column 2 is the second one. But what Katie did, if I was showing you 7Ms, you would see the difference. What Katie Joy did here is only picked out certain statements. Like, for instance, let's see. I'm trying to think of which one it was. Number 9. Okay, yeah, see number 9. You see the one is the original. The second column is the amended complaint. And then you can see where it says second amended complaint adds extensive transcript, right? It's really long. And it's, let's say it's like a 1.5 hour live. They might have done like 20 minutes worth of statements, and it's just those statements. Okay. It's not the entire live. It's like from this, let's say, like, you know, for instance, 1 minute and 11 seconds in until 2 minutes and 12 seconds. Okay. That's the part they're considering defamatory. There's a lot. Katie Joy only goes in and picks out certain things and says, oh, look, this one doesn't apply because of this. Yet she's only picking out one sentence or two sentence, like one statement or two statements, when in all reality, there's like 30 statements. So it's pick and choose. But nonetheless, these 33 statements, she's saying do not apply. These 33 statements, they've amended, and she's saying why they don't apply. Then they did a summary of findings. Like, look here, like they just went through and said all 46 statements are time barred. Okay. And they say that the 2-year statute of limitations calculated from February 3rd, 2026 until February 3rd, 2024. Right. These are all time barred. So they did a very good job with this. I hate to give her any credit, but I don't think it's credit to go to her. And then they do statements, other statements that they say fall within this really small window, like where both the anti-SLAPP and the statute of limitations would apply for like 8 statements or something like that. Or maybe I think there were 8 new statements they put in from the time she was sued, like that should have been in the original complaint. They added 8 statements, and they're saying those should not be allowed at all due to statute of limitations and anti-SLAPP type thing. Hey, Short Order Cook, how are you? Good to see you. So she did a very good job laying this out, saying all the statements, why these 212 statements, each one and what category they in, why they don't apply, okay? But again, I can't get into my Dropbox to show you. I highlighted everything, and I even screenshotted just these things. Maybe I'll do a video on it when I come back. But so that's that. That is that one. So if we go back, I've been logged out. I'll go back and reshare my screen and we'll look again. Because I want to now, so in this one, 11 times they had the word indictment, saying that Robert Shin's indictment vindicated Katie Joy. Hey, Mousy Files. I'm not reading chat at all, y'all. I'm so sorry. Okay, let me go pull up. Hold on. Normally I would just, once I get this sorted, I think we're going to be good to go on my next live. If the sound is better. I mean, again, I live in the middle of nowhere. We didn't even get really good Wi-Fi till very recently. Like it was seriously like as bad as dial-up at some point. Okay, so let's pull up. So they filed that on the 20th, okay? We didn't see it till, what, Monday? And then on Tuesday, I guess it was, we see another memorandum filed. It's 54 pages and correspondence. So she filed this letter. Let me see, is it showing? Yeah. She filed this letter on Saturday. So here's my thought, y'all. Okay, so basically let me put it to the good part. Let me see, is that better? Hold on, let me recenter it. Ah, shit, what did I just do? Wrong button. Oh, God, dog it. I'm about to lose my okay. There we go. All right. Is that better? So on Saturday, she's like, oh, shit. No, Suzanne, there's not. These are the ones that were, unless you haven't seen Unitopia. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. It was new. We saw them on Monday. Katie's was filed on Friday. This amended one and this correspondence was filed on Saturday. I did a video on it. It's up on my channel, so if you've seen it. What was happening whenever I was trying to do it, Dash, is it because it's in a separate window, it kept just changing the window, like making the window disappear because I was at like a, anyways. Unitopia, thank you so much, my friends. Appreciate you so much. Which one are we going to do? We'll do this one because I need 17 seconds to do something real quick, y'all.
Thank you for the love and the money while we keep covering this dummy. It keeps this little channel growing so we can keep this crazy going. From the bottom of our hearts, we love you so dang much.
Thank you, Unitopia. Anybody that received a membership, Unitopia is in chat. Goose, you better come back with a green name this time. Yes, that's why I asked about new ones. No. So no, we're just kind of clarifying a few things. So in this letter that she filed, I started to think, because I was like, okay, first of all, Jennifer Moore, how the hell did you file that memorandum with it saying, Goose, again, it still didn't work? How did you file that with it saying that Robert Shin was indicted? I get that maybe y'all really thought he was going to be indicted, so that was a draft. There's no excuse. Like, I cannot wrap my brain around it. And then some people are saying, well, that's clearly Katie Joy did it on purpose. Some people said, like, there are people speculating and say maybe she did it on purpose, like, to get Jennifer Moore booted off the case, right? Possibly. Goose made a comment that made a lot of sense, saying, look, now it's filed. She can say, look, there's a court document filed that says he was indicted. Yeah, this memo made me laugh. Dash, I literally was laughing. I had tears in my eyes. I was reading it with a couple other people. Yes, I mean, there's no better way to say it than this, Dash. I mean, this is such an embarrassing and lazy error. I mean, but how did it happen? Thanks, Dash. If you could help us with that too, I'd appreciate that. Trying to figure out. I leave town tomorrow. Whenever I'm gone, I'll check to see if things are filed, and if they, if there's something new comes up, I'll probably do a post about it and do a live or a video when I come back. But about as good as got it from the cult. Let's do that one again.
It has not been filed in court. If you are a YouTuber and you are talking about this case, you did not get it from me. You got it from the cult.
It is such a lazy error, y'all. And you can see where she says, okay, I'll just read it just because it's funny as hell, right? Defendants have filed, hold on. Let's see something real quick. Defendants have filed an amended memorandum of law opposing plaintiff's motion to amend complaint. This filing corrects reference in the memorandum filed on March 20th, which was Friday, in which the term indictment was used where investigation is the accurate description. There has been no federal indictment. No shit, Sherlock. How do you make that error, y'all? No, y'all, this word gets me every time. Substantive arguments have been altered. I can't say that word. I always want to say substantive. I just said it, didn't I? Substantive. And I always want to say substantive. I always want to add an S. So in my videos, if I say it wrong, just ignore me. If I say it wrong now. But there she's saying there's no substantive arguments. I hate that word. Have been altered. The correction is limited to conforming the terminology in the memorandum and accompanying tables to reflect the accurate procedural posture. Defendants apologize to the court for the error. Respectfully submitted, dipshit Moore. So, how the hell did this happen? And even when you replace, right? Even when you replace hold on. No, I can't do it that way. So even when you replace, okay, Joy's been vindicated because of Robert's indictment, and you change that to Katie Joy's been vindicated because of Robert Shin's investigation, it's just as laughable. It's so laughable. That's not even, she's not vindicated because of an investigation. 7M's argument is there wouldn't be an investigation if it weren't for Katie Joy in the first place. Yeah, Chop. I absolutely believe it's a stalling tactic. And this being a stalling tactic? No, I don't think so, because I think it's very bad for Jennifer Moore. Why am I look? I get all worked up and I start screaming. So I'll cool my jets for a second. I don't think they would use this as a stalling tactic, because it's not a good look for Jennifer Moore at all. Here's what I think, why I think this happened, though, because I was like, oh my God, did Jennifer Moore all of a sudden decide to read it on a Saturday and be like, holy shit? Because this was filed at 6:34 on Saturday, 6:34 p.m. And the other was filed on the 20th at 9:48 a.m. So the original was filed at 9:50 Friday morning, and then the letter of correspondence was, to correct, the correction was filed Saturday 6:30. I wonder, y'all. I wonder if Amber Stavig saw it first and corresponded with Jennifer Moore, like, what the hell is wrong with you? My client has not been indicted. You need to correct this. And so Jennifer Moore did it on a Saturday. See, short order cook, a lot of people are thinking that she is copying a lot of things that happened in the Blake Lively situation. But was it something that was this drastic of an error that would I don't think Jennifer Moore would be willing to put her license on the line. Yeah, she's fighting this piecemeal, Dash X, and she has been. She's drafting and paying for signatures. I don't know if she's paying for signature. Oh, I mean, Jennifer Moore goes to the hearings herself. Okay, so I don't think she's paying for Jennifer Moore's signature. I see what you're saying, because in some ways it is like paying for her signature, right? Mousy says they knew what they were doing. You think Jennifer Moore's as keen to this? Hence why they keep messing up plaintiff and defendant. I honestly think, yeah. I mean, I guess I just, I just cannot fathom anybody filing this and then having to turn around and be like, oops, my mistake. Hey, Hellbell, how are you? Helen's good to see you. Jill B, it's good to see everybody. I'm actually looking at chat. So if any of you came in and I did not acknowledge you, it's because I was not reading chat. I'm looking at chat right now. Again, all of these are just anything that, we're just running thoughts after each other, because I don't know. I clearly have no clue how and why this would have happened. It is such a irresponsible, ridiculous error. And I'm starting to think that 7M reached out, or Amber Stavig was like, what the hell? And so she amended it, made the amendment and contacted the court with that. Now, 7M is going to argue this big time. And their deadline, I think, is today. But we've been seeing the filings days late. Like, this was filed last Friday. I'm sorry, Katie's response was filed last Friday morning. We didn't see it till Monday, I think. Lamb Chop, I'd say, yeah, she could be exhausted, but shit, why? She's not doing anything. She's not, yeah, I mean, she has to be exhausted for dealing with Katie, but she's certainly not exhausted from doing hard work. Just because it aligns with, I see exactly what you're saying, Dash X. Like, she's just kind of paying her. She's probably an attorney that's willing to allow Katie Joy to do the work and Jennifer Moore sign off on it. And they probably, again, my opinion, had an attorney that has experience in this. This is a good filing, y'all. It's laid out well. It has excellent arguments to the best of what she can argue. Any good attorney would argue what's argued here. It's laid out very well. And so Jennifer Moore's probably like, okay, well, they did a better job than me, not realizing they totally scammed her by putting in indictment. Like, I cannot, but I guarantee you Amber Stavig is raging mad. And I bet you we'll see at within some filings in the future the correspondence between them when, I mean, I could be wrong. Maybe she didn't point it out. Maybe she didn't. But if she did, that's how I started to think. I was like, who else is going to tell Jennifer Moore there was an error? Katie Joy sure shit ain't going to tell her. It had to have been 7M. Yeah, Jennifer Moore and Katie Joy operate in similar ways. I can see that. Yeah, Jill. Yeah, Katie is hard working herself. So being exhausted working with Katie, yeah, I can see that. Problem, bald-faced lying. So I don't know. I don't know how that happened, but nonetheless, let's say for me, I still want to believe Jennifer Moore had no idea the word indictment was in there. That's just my thought. Doesn't mean that's just my opinion. I know other people believe that she did, and that's perfectly fine. And you could very well be right. I don't think she did. And I think that it took someone like 7M to contact her and be like, you are saying that my client is indicted. And I bet you she ripped her a new one. And I bet you, again, this is all speculation. I can be wrong. If that's the case, we will probably see that in the future and some correspondence between them within some filing. A lot of people are, Ruth Carroll says she's been down this road before, so she knew what to write. And yeah, I agree. But like a lot of people are saying is that, and I haven't followed the Blake Lively, Justin Baldoni thing, to be honest. So I'm going to unplug my mouse. Hold on. This might make some sounds here. Ignore me. Oh. Sorry if that made some scratchy sounds. A lot of people, if I haven't followed the Blake Lively thing, so I don't really know. I haven't looked at his lawsuits. I don't know. Leanne Newton follows it so closely, so she would be the one to ask on this. I might send her a message to ask her if she's looked at these new filings with Katie Joy and if she sees any parallel to what has been filed in the Blake Lively situation. Because a lot of people are saying that they think that they're seeing things that are parallel, and they think that Katie Joy is doing a lot of the same tactics here. Yeah, having KJ as a client, can you imagine? She has to be exhausted for that. Well, Lamb Chop, she's been with this firm since the very beginning. She's been with this firm since she was sued prior, right? So, but Graham Martin was typically her attorney. So Graham was the attorney, Mr. Martin was the attorney, and I think he's partners in this firm, or he's part owner, whatever. I know he's partner. Then Kristen was the one that came next, and she didn't stay on long at all. And then now it's been Jennifer Moore for a while. Graham has some family connection to Todd. I've never heard that before, Susie Flies. I've never heard that. I can't verify that, but it makes sense that they're family friends of some sort. That's what I heard, is that he's an old friend of hers from school. But again, that's nothing I could ever, verify. But y'all, this blew my mind. Still does. I bet you we're going to see something from 7M. That's what I was saying. It's like, they've been filing. We're not seeing them for a couple days. My guess is 7M probably filed either Wednesday, and we could see something today. I just looked. Let me, and there was no new filings whenever I pulled this up. So, yeah, right. Okay, she can claim an aneurysm from working with Rat Joy for her mistake. I mean, seriously, I had to be like, look, how do you argue this? Like, I'm just speechless. Like, totally speechless. I could have it a little wrong if KJ stuff been dragging on for years. I'm not willing to die on that hill. I believe Dash X. Dash X, retype what your stance is. I'm just getting all of y'all's conversation here. I'm just butting in. I always do that. Like I come in late and y'all are having y'all's little own conversation. I'll butt right in and I have no idea what y'all are talking about. Sorry. But y'all, it still, it blows my mind. It absolutely blows my mind. Like I cannot get over how that happened. And we should be seeing what 7M's reaction is, and I think it's going to be doozy. I think it's going to be a doozy. I don't know, Dash. Again, ignore me. Don't you apologize to me. Susie was saying that she stands on what you're saying, and that's probably that y'all believe that. My guess is y'all believe that Jennifer Moore was aware that the word indictment was in that filing. Oh, I can't wait till this is over either, Unitopia. I'm done with Katie Joy when this is over, honestly. Unless she's sued again. That's what I was going to say to y'all. Okay, so let's move on from this. I did the video on it. I just wanted to explain some things. I'm probably going to have to do another video to point some things out regarding the chart. But then again, why waste my time? Because look, if the judge grants, which I think she's going to, grants this amended complaint, okay, Katie Joy is just going to file a special motion to dismiss. And that's going to involve this anti-SLAPP. And that is where she has a little bit of an advantage because there is no case law. There's nothing to refer to where an anti-SLAPP law came in the middle of a case that is 4 years old. It hasn't happened in Minnesota. And so where's this case law going to come from? And so she has a little bit of an upper hand there. And as y'all saw, if you saw my video and looked at the filings, there, Katie Joy is asking this judge to refer to the appellate court. Oh yeah, we're already talking about KJ's next lawsuit. That's what I was going to say. So if this gets granted, we're gonna have some delays because Katie Joy has the right to file a special motion to dismiss, and that's what people were asking me, like, why is this? How can she? It should all just apply because this lawsuit's been going on for a long time. And again, it doesn't all apply because technically, and so it's not technically, but the best way for me to say it is this is a new lawsuit, right? This would take over the original complaint. So Katie has every right to answer to it, and Katie Wright has every right to defend herself, blah, blah, blah. And it does apply. But not only that, there's a statute of limitations because it's been going on so freaking long, 4 years. And this new, the anti-SLAPP law apply. And that's what Katie is saying. Yeah, I want Amber to go off. I think she will. And yeah, Dashek says she's probably looking for lawyers in California. She could have been looking anywhere, but she said California, and it could be because there was in the case with Robert Shin in California, his lawsuit there in LA, they did file anti-SLAPPs, but they weren't granted, y'all. They were granted in part. Originally, they were granted in part more in favor for the two people that filed it, but then 7M came back with some evidence, and the judge reconsidered it, and then it didn't go so much in their favor. But they were granted in part. Listen, what Katie needs is she needs this amended complaint to go away. She does not need any of these new statements to be admitted to this jury. If this goes the way that it's projected to go, and it continues its course, and this amended complaint is granted, and it takes precedent over the original complaint, Katie Joy is absolutely screwed. And I think she knows it, and she knows that she can't risk getting all these. There he is. She can't risk letting this go into a jury. So she needs this to be gone. Daily reminder from Pro Charlotte Luke, KJ is a trash bag. Good to hear from you, Luke. You better have typed that before you gotten in your car or at a very long stoplight, Luke. I'm old enough to be your mom, I think, so I have the right to lecture you. Thanks for stopping in, my friend. All my friends that are here, thank you, thank you. Luke, I really thought I gave you a wrench. Not that you'd ever probably need it in here, and it's not for you to feel like, oh my God. Some people are like, I don't want that responsibility. In my chat, it's not a responsibility to be a mod because I just don't even give a shit. All right, so damn it. I might be able to put it up on my, you know what? I can do it. I'm going to have to mute for a second when I do, but I had one on here. And this is what we were going to talk about. I'm going to have to mute for a second because I'm going to go into StreamYards on my phone to upload some stuff so then I can use it on my laptop. But it makes the craziest noises if I sign in on both. So I'm going to mute on here. If y'all hear like all kinds of screeching stuff, say it in my chat so that way I'll exit out. But I wanted to put a couple things up here. But I don't know. Okay, so I'm not going to do it just yet because we might be able to talk through it. So Katie Joy has been going crazy, and that's what people were saying. You know, she's being so reckless with this Duggar thing, and it's so upsetting to me, y'all. It's like I only look at some of this stuff, and of course, you know, I'm going to look at the ones where she's talking about lawsuits or whatever. Some people have said, you know, that that the Duggars don't sue and they won't sue, and Katie Joy even said it herself in something she posted recently that she said something recently about how some of the Duggar sisters sued a local police department or something. I'm going to check. I got to check something on Instagram real quick to see if something came up. Okay, no, I don't think it's on Instagram. Let me double check. Okay, no, I don't see it. So it doesn't matter. All right. Katie Joy says, I've been dealing with this cult for 10 years. This is just one of the posts that she's been doing. If y'all have been watching anything and see, and a lot of people in different communities are really calling her out. It was years ago. Okay, thank you, Dashes. I know nothing about the Duggar situation. So years ago, I'm assuming from what Katie Joy said, they sued, I guess it's a local police department there. And Katie, you know, so she's always said they don't sue. Or a lot of people say they don't sue, but apparently they do. Suzanne on Twitter, on X. Let me go to it. She posted something on X. Do y'all know? Are y'all familiar with Suzanne Titkemeyer? I think she goes by the Crazy Feminist. You remember when the sisters sued the police department? Did y'all see that? Oh God, of course I'm not going to be able to think of the name. The YouTuber that just did a video regarding this, calling out a YouTuber, which I'm sure was Katie Joy. I haven't watched it. Gosh, what is that? Who is it? Yes, Tough Topic. Thank you, Dash. Tough Topic did some. I haven't watched it yet, so that's why I wasn't going to bring it up because I haven't had a chance to even look at it. I've been so crazy. But so she says, I've been dealing with this cult for 10 years and their lies and gaslighting. Don't stop. What? They always deny the abuse, deflect by claiming I'm a liar and accusing me of ruining their lives, and yet I have dozens of sources leaking this info to me, so why haven't they sued me? No longer quivering. And I think on X, it's, let me pull it up on my phone. That crazy feminist. Let me see. Sign in. Whoops. That crazy feminist writer. Here's her handle for those of you that aren't familiar with her, because I'm about to show something. I'm about to read something that she posted. This is her @ on X. So, Katie's saying, oh, I've been dealing with this cult for 10 years and lies and gaslighting. Okay, that's what it is. Their lies and gaslighting don't stop. I was like, what? With your damn capital letter in the middle of freaking whatever, Katie Joy. Why haven't they sued me? Well, first of all, I think her sources are the bored women in this town that are familiar with the Duggars and hate the Duggars, but have no personal involvement with the Duggars. I live in a small town. There's always those people that are freaking nosy, and they'll go and say, I heard. And they're just making shit up kind of because they saw a police car at someone's house. You know what I heard? And they start saying all this stuff. I'm going to tell you this. In my opinion, there is no way in hell Katie Joy has any information about where those children are placed and what CPS is saying and doing regarding these children that were taken. And I say taken, we don't know. Replaced, placed with family, placed with foster, we don't know. Just because somebody says they're here or there, I guarantee you the people that these kids are with, they're not saying it out loud on any public platforms. So I think she just has some random Yahoo, like the loony bird of the town. This is just my opinion, that don't like the Duggars and give Katie Joy information. Hey, Love Luna Knight, thank you so much for becoming a new member. Appreciate you. Appreciate you.
Thank you so much, my mutton friend. Just remember that I would not be here if it weren't for y'all. And for that, I love you so dang much.
Susie Flies, didn't Katie steal Suzanne's life? So she was there. I'm just going to say that I know that there was thoughts of plagiarism and accusations of. Everyone knows who the minor victim is, but they have the good sense not to name her until she chooses if she does. And Katie is just doing everything she can, isn't she, Dash X, to just make that victim known. She's just pointing all the arrows there. Hey, Bean. So Suzanne says, and that's why I put her handle. Let me this is hey, Susie, thank you so much for being a member for 3 months. My pugs love to bark at your cute mutton. Well, hold on. Let's do it again because I need to thank you for 3 months. Let me find it.
Thank you so much, my mutton friend. Just remember that I would not be here if it weren't for y'all. And for that, I love you so dang much.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate y'all so much. So Suzanne says she posted it today, apparently. Let me see. or yesterday. Somebody sent it to me. So I can't say exactly when it was. I don't know. But I do know that it was said that. Let me see something. Is that really her? Okay. That she says this. When I wrote at Pathio's, they threatened to sue me. They, I'm assuming, is the Duggars, right? Why? Directly directly quoting them and the fact that I routinely used screen caps and photos from their show. So she did, screen captures and photos from their show, and she quoted them directly, and so they threatened to sue her. She wrote about them for 10 long years, and she says they do sue. It's just rarely. But that, and it says, no, from one of my contacts, suing her is considered. Listen, I like Suzanne a lot, and I've corresponded with her in the past. It's been a while since I have, but anytime I'd ever have any questions about religious cults, when I had questions about Robert Shin, things I was trying to clarify, she always answered me. She's been so kind to me, and helped clear up a lot of questions that I had about things. I consider her a reliable source, clearly, meaning she doesn't, who's ever said that she's lied? You know what I mean? I don't think anybody has besides Katie Joy. Ooh, I was parched. Had to take a drink of water. So, right, Frisco Chicken? You thought you're going to be able to watch the beginning of this, but your boss had the audacity to expect you to work. That's crazy. How dare that boss of yours? I know, Lamb Chop, that would be a miracle. Should I read that again? You want to hear that again? Yeah, she's had a lot of claims of plagiarism, hasn't she? Oh, Jill B, thank you so much. That's Canada, huh? Thanks for keeping us posted on the KJ legal saga. You are so welcome. I only do it because y'all, I can come here and talk to y'all and do this, and it helps, because when I'm making those videos, they're very tedious. They take a long time, and in fact, my husband came home the other day. Let me play this for you.
Thank you for the love and the money while we keep covering this dummy. It keeps this little channel growing so we can keep this crazy going. From the bottom of our heart, we love you so dang much.
Thank you. So, Suzanne rocks. Yeah, I agree. She's just kind. She's a kind person, she's always been kind to me. So, I'm going to read it again. It says, when I wrote at Pathio's, they threatened to sue me. Why? Directly quoting them and the fact that I routinely use screen captures and photos from their show. I wrote about them for 10 long years. They do sue. It's just rarely. No, from one of my contacts, suing her is considered. So it could be, it could be considered, like maybe they've heard that the Duggars have considered it, or maybe they're just saying that suing people is now more considered, if that makes sense. I can't say what they're saying to exactly, but after what Katie Joy has done over the last few, let's just say week alone, what she's posted, how she's done it, what she's said. And I didn't watch Tough Topics video. I don't know if I can link it here because I'm not signed into YouTube. Let me see if I can sign in. Let me see if I can find it quick. They did a video. I didn't watch it. I had someone kind of give me the highlights of it. I mean, this, luckily, someone. I don't want to play it because I'm on YouTube. But, man. Oh, I'm like, why isn't it posting? Because I didn't, why isn't it pasting? Because I didn't copy it. Yeah. Trying to get their channel information. And I'm going to, I'm going to read if there's any description on this video they put up. Hey, Kate Pillar. Is it Katie or Kate E. Pillar? Just dropped in. I'm out of the loop. I stopped watching her years ago. Oh my gosh. Who in chat wants to? Hey, Misty Mo. Have you been here and I've just haven't seen you? Katie, thank you for joining. Misty, thank you for joining. Anybody else that I have not acknowledged, thank you so much for being here. So, Tough Topic, that's the link to their channel. They put a video out. Let me see if I can get what the description is. It says, gone too far. Kendra Duggar lost custody. Rumor addressed. Creator tries to out victim. Says, please share your thoughts below. And it looks like it is a 2 minute, only a 2 minute, 39-second video. You'll find it on their page. I need to go look at it myself. Oh, you just got here. Okay, good. Yeah, Michelle Hallman, Susan is sensible. Ruth Carroll hopes that a Duggar, a Brown, and Todd Christie all sue her. And, you know, I think she wants that too, Ruth Carroll. That's what Katie Joy wants too. I'm convinced of it. I'm convinced of it. Just so she can be a victim again, right? She can continue being the victim. Going back to Kate. Let me see if I can find that comment. She's being sued by 7M. I have so many videos on my channel. This has been in litigation for 4 years. April 7th. Well, she was served April 5th of 2022 for defamation by 7M Films and Robert Shin. 2 days later, on April 7th of 2022, an amended complaint was filed, and they added James Derrick and Miranda Derrick, which are two dancers within 7M. It has been horrific. I've covered a lot on here. I only talk about this lawsuit because there's so much to talk about. Yeah, it's a badge of honor after all, right, Liam Chop? Hey, True Ball of Wax. Sarah Lopez. I see some people strolling in. I always wonder why folks don't get back to me. Then I see it and hit send. You're not the only one. You're not the only one. KJ was only talking about the Duggars for 6 years and Sister Wives. I know. One time recently she said 12 years, and then another one she said, and here she says 10. And I have, oh, you know what? Thank you for reminding me that. I have the clip where it just starts talking about them, and it's on her channel still, so I can call her out on that. You want me to do a call out on that? We'll have to do a call out on that. I can't do anything while I'm live. I don't want her to strike me. Oh, y'all like all my little, I think I saw, I don't know what this one is, y'all. I'm going to play it because I don't remember what I did this to. So here, just this 17 seconds.
I am all about ruining your life and laughing at your frivolous lawsuit you think you can file against me. But my legal team is the best dream team around, so good luck with that. But if you say anything about me publicly, I will scream victim faster than I will slam this bottle of cheap Spanish red. Wait, I drank my last bottle for breakfast.
I forgot I did that one. I forgot what that one said. She called them the Duggars. Yeah, she was like, the Duggars, the Duggars, however say their name, people get mad at me. Dana Britt, that was good to see you. Thank you for stopping in. That was said like, was that 2019? Was that as far back as 2018, 2019? So do the math, y'all. Do the math. It's not adding up, Katie Joy. Now, did she write about them when she was at Pathos? Because, is it Pathos or Pathos? Because what I just read that Suzanne said, she said when she wrote at Pathos, they threatened to sue her. And so she said that she wrote about them for 10 long years. So I guess it's possible that Katie had some quote unquote involvement, and maybe part of this whole plagiarism thing had to do with the Duggars. I don't recall. The Duggars. Misty Mo says, I followed Katie Joy shenanigans for 8 years now, so it might be close to 10 talking about the Duggars. It's been a very long time. Was she on She was on Facebook first before she was YouTube. But did people follow her on Facebook for YouTube? When did she start a channel? Like 2018? Tell you what, I'm going to go look right now. Let's go look at Without a Crystal Ball. Oh, I don't want to accidentally hit that subscribe. Okay, let's see. About. Without a Crystal Ball, LLC is a multimedia digital content and news outlet. She's changed this recently, y'all. That is most well known for our coverage of Christian and Mormon fundamentalism in the United States. Katie Joy has been working as a reporter, commentator, and investigative journalist since 2017. Her reporting has been sourced by People Magazine, The Today Show, In Touch Magazine, The Sun, The Daily Mail, Rolling Stones. Hold on. Have y'all seen this? I'm sure some of y'all have. Oh, yeah, her purple hair. She started March 2018. Y'all seen her new? She changes all the time. I have screenshots of the ones like prior. Hang on, let me take it off the screen. There's her description now. Oh, you know what? I need to stop sharing that. I don't want to have her logo up. So she joined October 1st of 2018 is when this channel started. October of 2018. Hey, Gigi. Hey, the Mothership Explorers. All these people strolling in. Are y'all just getting here and I've been ignoring you? You were duped by her until you weren't. Exactly. I see so many people saying that to me. I watched her because she was talking about a little girl who I took care of. Oh. I know the little girls that she has talked about in the past. So, and it's all been terrible. It's all been terrible. And I'm sure that if you knew personally any of the people that she has talked about in that arena, I bet it was very frustrating. True ball of wax. I'd love to sit down and I could show you all the stuff I have from before you were here. I even have the day her analytics told her which direction she was supposed to go. I mean, Yeah, I started, like I'd go in and out. Like I wasn't a fan of hers or anything like that. When everything started with Brian Laundrie, that's when I made my first video. And it's horrible, y'all. It's so funny when I go back. That was on my other channel before I deleted it and started this one. But so as far as this lawsuit, April 7th was where they added James and Miranda, right? And we're going on 4 years. Katie Joy is arguing this amended complaint, which now has 212 statements. Her argument is saying, first of all, statute of limitations is only 2 years in Minnesota. So anything prior to that was not in this lawsuit before cannot be added. But there is a way around that. I'm curious to see what the judge says. I think the judge is going to agree to some of them. Maybe not all. Maybe all. Maybe not. But definitely some of them. Katie Joy is saying that the statements that were originally dismissed in the summary judgment order should not be allowed in this amended complaint because they'd already been dismissed. 7M has gone back and amended those 17 statements and basically saying, wait, is it 13? 13. Where did I get 17 from? These 13 statements that those 13 statements, she's saying they shouldn't be allowed in because they were dismissed. But I'm sure 7M is going to have a very strong argument on that. Then in the summary judgment, the motion to reconsider ruling, Katie Joy filed a motion to reconsider summary judgment. The judge ruled, and there were 33 statements that the judge was like, well, I guess this could survive summary judgment. Maybe not. You can amend. And so 7M did. And Katie Joy's argument is this amended complaint should only be about those 33 statements. Okay, that's her argument. Only about those 33 statements. And not this over 100 statements that 7M has added that Katie has said since the day she was sued. And the last statement that they put in the original lawsuit was April 6th of 2022. Other stuff had been brought up. Other things have been referenced. Other things have been brought in. But now this amended complaint has 212 statements versus the original 80-something. And so Katie's arguments are that some of those that were not in the original suit should not be admitted. They should not be allowed because of statute of limitations. And she does have an argument there. So we'll see if the judge says that they apply, if they refer back. Then she's saying that 13 of those statements that were dismissed, of those original ones that were dismissed, should not be allowed to have been put back in the amended complaint because they were dismissed. They shouldn't have allowed to have been specified. Then the 33 statements that the judge said, okay, yeah, I can see how this could, whatever. 7M, you can go ahead and amend those 33 statements. Katie Joy is saying this amended complaint should only be to those. All these 100+ statements shouldn't be. And then she argues in her own way all these other ones. If you've been watching closely the stuff that I've put out, you'll see where 7M had the original complaint, where they went into this amended complaint. They really specified, like they honed in on this specific statement, whether it was in a post, what they wanted out of that post, or specifically out of a live stream, or some type of video that she put out, like YouTube video. Misty Mo says she 100% believes that her hands were in that raid on Robert Shin's place. It is my belief that she was absolutely a big reason for it. She was a part of it. Can I say 100%? No. I mean, there's other people that had personal involvement, and so they said things. Dash says she has Dash says I have clips of her friends talking about trying to get that done. And yes, that was released to 7M when Robert Shin was suing. Hold on, let me take a sip of water. The lawsuit in LA where Robert Shin originally sued 5 people. One of them settled. They were one of the Instagram accounts that were going against Robert Shin. They settled, and when they did, they gave up communications between all those defendants, and Katie Joy was involved in that as well. So earlier, when I said that anti-slaps were filed in that lawsuit in LA, and I think there was 2 filed, and both were granted in part. And so once this information came out, Robert Shin filed something for the judge to reconsider, and the judge came back and did. And then it wasn't so much in their favor anymore. It was kind of more in Robert's favor. So yeah, apparently that was said. The mothership. I'm really glad that Robert Shin has not backed down, despite what she's put him through. She thought he'd give up, but she just fueled his fire. And that I asked Suzanne questions about that early on. Like, is this something that Robert Shin would, do you see him settling and backing down? And from what I recall her telling me was like, absolutely not. And then she gave me so much like helpful information about not only him, but the type of church that he runs, the belief within that church, probably what his belief is, because she didn't know him personally, right? But probably what his beliefs would be and what he would follow. And so right then she had me convinced, because my knowledge was changed at that point. So I was convinced that there's no way that he would ever settle. And he's proven that. He's absolutely proven that. And his goal is not, I can't say what his goal is. Okay, Katie Joy says his goal is to bankrupt her. I agree with that. I think it's far beyond that, but I believe that's part of it. This lawsuit has gone on so long, y'all. It's crazy. We should be seeing a responsive memorandum, a memorandum. This is when I know I need to get off of here, when my brain starts. And I always know I always know when it's been about 2 hours, because I look down, I'm like, yep, my brain is short circuiting. Be funny if it's Miranda and her husband are the ones that clean out KJ completely. She thinks that if something happens to Robert, that Miranda and James are just going to drop the lawsuit. You know, she's so mad at Miranda and James. It's so obvious that she is mad at them for not saying, okay, you're right. I need to leave this cult. No, I think it's bankruptcy. I think it's the principle. I also think these platforms need sued too, because they allow people to be defamed. I think we're going to start seeing a lot of shift in this, and I think Katie Joy is in a very, very, very rough place in time in this situation of lawsuits and defamation and social media. So I am so, listen, like I said, I'm leaving town in the morning. I'll be gone. I will see if something's been filed. I'll make a post about something if it's been filed. If it's something that needs clarification, before I go live, I will try to do a video on it, but I'll keep y'all posted on all of that. 7M probably already has filed something and we haven't seen it. Responding to Katie Joy's response, right? Oh, that's right. Jennifer, okay, Michelle says, let's not forget Jennifer's TikTok appearance and her alluding to some lunch she was going to with someone tied to rape. What? Really, Michelle? You don't think it's particular bankruptcy? No, I got what you're saying. You don't think it's particular. I think it is involved. Yeah. I think that he just wants to whatever. And if he wants to bring her down, if that involves bankruptcy, then hey, yep, all involved. I don't know. But see, here's the thing, y'all. And then I'm going to get off here. Katie Joy is smart about her YouTube channel, and I've said this. I've done a video on this on my channel where it shows who she is on her other platforms, but who she is on YouTube. She's very smart about YouTube. YouTube probably will never boot her because she is very smart about how she does things on YouTube. It's Instagram and TikTok and probably Facebook. I'm not on Facebook, so I don't know. That would be the big issue. Yeah, exactly. What's Katie Joy's goal? The same. No, her goal, Michelle, let's get this right, Michelle. Come on now. Katie Joy's goal is to reunite an adult with her family because she doesn't know what she's doing, and Katie Joy knows what Miranda needs more than what Miranda needs. Clear? Okay. Just wanted to clear that up. Yeah, her goal is the same. Her goal is about money. This isn't about victim anything. She's no advocate. See, yeah, Missy agrees. She's very smart how she runs the YouTube. She knows what she's doing. She does. And as much as we don't like Katie Joy and you don't like me giving her credit, I give her credit on that one. YouTube's not going to boot her. She makes way too much money on YouTube for YouTube. Her last videos, let me look and see. Her views are way up. Some of her Duggar stuff within a week is up over 300,000 views. Okay. I can see where they started to get, she got 88,000 on a Brian Reynolds one. Oh, she was down to 67,000 views for her Sister Wife stuff. Got 176,000 views on the first one regarding the Duggars, and she's posted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 videos, y'all. She has done 17 videos since he was arrested. And she started out with like 176,000 views. Now they're going, some of them have 224, one has 191, 226. She has very good views, y'all. She's making a lot of money off of this. It's sickening to me. It is sickening to me that she is outing this victim. Oh, thank you, Donna. Have a great and safe trip, she says. I will. Spend time with my mother-in-law and my mom. So I have so much to do today, y'all. I have to pack. Have to get the house ready. Because, when I leave, I don't think my husband knows how to function. And I'm not saying that because he's a very capable man. Believe me, he's beyond brilliant. But I do everything in the house. I pack his lunches. He has dinner when he comes home. I do his laundry. I don't even know if he knows. He can figure out how to use a washing machine. I'm not saying that, but I do everything inside. He does everything outside. I couldn't go outside and run the tractor and do all the crap he does. I wouldn't have a clue. So when I leave, I have to make sure that everything is ready for him. That he has everything that he can eat. I mean, he'll go out to eat if he wants to, but he doesn't. So I make sure he has food. All of his laundry is done. That whenever he goes to work next week, that he has his lunches ready to go. All the foods, I just go ahead and sort out all the dog. We have 4 dogs. They all eat differently. And so I get their food sorted in different baggies and stuff. So I got to do all of that. You're welcome, Lamb Chop. I appreciate all of you. I appreciate the new members that came in. Unitopia gifted a membership. Then she gifted 5 more. So if you're listening back on this and all of a sudden you see you were gifted a membership, that happened. I had a super chat that from Jill B. I'm so grateful for all of you. So I'm going to hop off. I just wanted to touch base, and I'm so frustrated because I couldn't pull up the things I wanted to show you to kind of prove a point, but it's really nothing huge. It just would have made more sense. It would have flowed a little bit better. We don't even know for sure who the victim is. We only, yeah, exactly. But I think that, look, what I said earlier is nobody knows what's happening with this investigation with CPS involved. Nobody, other than the agencies, the families, right? Just because they hear somebody in town heard something or a family member heard, sometimes family members don't even know. Are you kidding? So just because somebody heard something or a family member heard something does not mean it's true. Just like Katie Joy saying all these things, Robert Shin was indicted, that his that he was being investigated for X, Y, and Z. She has no idea what he's been investigated for. None. She has no idea what those warrants were for. She doesn't know. She can't say what the search warrants were for. She can't say shit, but she has. So she's doing the same thing here. She's acting like she has all these sources that have all this information. If somebody with information that's privy to what's happening within the CPS investigation involving these children, whoever that is, if they're involved with DCHS or CPS, whatever it's called in Arkansas, oh my God, it pisses me off so bad. Like, that's why I can't even talk about it. I can't. What? Hashtags? Where do I find that at? If it's a real life one, that would be something my husband would make for one of our animals. He's capable. He's that heartfelt. They would have a motorized wheelchair if they were paralyzed. Thank you, True Ball Wax. I appreciate you. Here on YouTube. Is it like a channel where there's a look, y'all, baby lambs are the cutest damn thing. Every time I go to England, I just stare at them. They're just different there. I don't know why I say that. I'm sure they come here and look at our animals differently. Yes, it's real. I've been obsessing all week over it. Also can dance bobbing his head. Oh my gosh, how cute. You know what? Like whenever I need a break from Katie Joy and all that, I love watching stuff like that. So thank you. Oh, how cute. Yeah, my husband would absolutely be something. He would do something like that. It's on the dodo. Thanks. All right, y'all. Again, just a little catch up of what's going on. We should be seeing a filing. I have a feeling it's already been filed and we're just not seeing it. We seem to be behind by like 2 days after something's filed. So I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Again, if something comes up and I'm gone, I'll still post about it. I just won't be able to focus on it and really give my all on it. But Tuesday or Wednesday I should. And Wednesday I think is the 1st. And I can gift more memberships on the 1st. Yeah, Katie knows. That's the thing. But these people believe that everything Katie Joy says is true. People believe it. They truly believe everything she's saying. That's why I was so glad to see Tough Topic say something. I don't know if they called Katie Joy out specifically or what, but people need to. I wish bigger channels would. People need to see. But what a good wifey. I see people in other communities really calling her out. They've had it with her. They're frustrated. People that like the Duggar Snark or whatever on Reddit, like they've said some things about her. So yeah, we'll see what's going on. Just keep an eye out. If you're please hit thumbs up on your way out if you haven't already. Check your notifications. Make sure you're still subscribed. Make sure your notifications are on. You hit that notification bell for when I go live or, put up a video, put out a post so you'll know what's going on with her. So, or what's going on here if anything else pops up. You guys enjoy your weekend. Have a wonderful rest of your Friday. Those of you that are on the replay, thank you so much for coming back and watching us through this and hearing what we had to say. So I'll see you guys later. Thank you so much for all the support. Bye, y'all.
It don't take a crystal ball to know how some stories end. When someone keeps saying opinions like facts, the courts start listening. Southern mutton don't predict nothing, we just watch and write it down. Don't need a crystal ball to see it coming back around. When you state it like a fact and never check it first. Southern mutton watch it close from the courthouse ground. True, stay patient while the paper getting worse. Same routine, new headline phone. Same bold claims that the record don't want. She speak real loud, no maybe, no seems. Turn opinions into facts like the courtroom clean. I ain't wishing nothing, I just seen the signs. When the words outrun proof, it's a matter of time. History repeat when you don't learn yet. Courts don't care what you meant, just what you said. When confidence louder than evidence be, that's when patterns start explaining things to me. Don't need a crystal ball to see it coming back around. When you speak like a verdict before the truth's found. Southern mutton in the case, boots firm on the tile. We don't chase drama, we just watch the file, yeah. Country rap calm, I don't glow to grin. I just read the docket when it rolled back in. She called it truth, call it just how it is. But courts draw lines where the talking ends. I ain't psychic, I'm observing. Facts don't bend cause a voice is urgent. From testimony tone to the written page. Same outcome when the pattern don't change. Lies like speed, truth like distance. One burns fast, one keeps existing on. Lies like speed, truth like distance. One burns fast, one keeps existing. Don't need a crystal ball, don't need belief. When the law still runs on proof and receipts. Southern mutton watching through the courtroom glass, pointing out lies as they're saying it's facts. Yeah. This ain't prophecy, this ain't hate, just history watching itself repeat. When words get reckless, the courts get busy, and the truth always shows up right on time.